刻が迫ってまいりました。The 10th Annual Yugioh World Championship 2012. The final match of the Dragon Duel is about to begin. さあいよいよジュニアの部のワールドチャンピオンが決定いたします。午前中の準決勝からハイレベルな戦いが繰り広げられてまいりましたが、この決勝戦ではどんなデュエルを見せてくれるのでしょうか。さあそれではここでスペシャルゲストをご紹介させていただきます。テレビ東京系列で絶賛放送中の先読みジャンパンからアッキーナさん、そしてアメザリパイレーツさんです。どうぞ。
There's a presentation of the finalists going on in the venue. Shin, you probably can tell us what's going on stage right now, right?
Yeah, there are two comedians from the TV Tokyo program Jam Bam, and one lady in the center is Akina. He's one of the famous idols.
This is only one example of the amazing stuff that has gone on around the actual tournament here. We had lots of public events and live commentary in the room next door, lots of activities for Yu-Gi-Oh fans of all ages. So at the World Championship, the focus is not only on the tournament itself and on playing, but also on just having all kinds of fun around the Yu-Gi-Oh TCG.
Yugioh ワールドチャンピオンシップ2012 10周年記念大会
The 10th Annual Yugioh World Championship 2012.
ジュニアの部決勝戦ファイナリストの入場です。
Final match of the Dragon Duel. Here are the
finalists of the Dragon Duel will now be introduced to the spectators here in the hall.
Yugioh from Taiwan. Toya Minami from Japan. Toya is 11 years old. He's born in Osaka, and Liou is 12 years old. He came from Taiwan.
Please go on standby.
The two players are preparing for the matches.
I actually saw those two guys in the funny hats playing duels against just normal kids next door the last 2 days, so they are pretty much into Yu-Gi-Oh themselves, it seems.
Exactly.
Shin, do you think we could get those hats for us here?
I don't think so, Ricky.
I really want to have one of those hats right now.
Let me ask afterwards.
And I think the necktie of the one guy would really fit Kevin really well.
I don't talk while the Jump Pirates are talking, Peter.
Yeah.
This is the 10th World Championship.
Indeed. At the beginning of each day, here in the hall on the big screens, there was this amazing video showing all the last World Championships, showing pictures of all of that. That was really amazing. It was a very nice intro into the day's action.
Yes.
それとギフトカードね。全く弾けないっていうね。
The one of the comedians who is standing right,
相手に3000ポイントずつこうライフが増えていく。
he can duel.
ただただギフトをプレゼントしてた。
He's playing Yugioh in the TV program.
伝えてほしい。私はそういう風に皆さんにプレゼントしてましたと。
One of the public events offered here over the weekend was an Abyss Rising sealed pack event.
Yes.
How did players react to that? How did they like it?
Yeah, they really enjoyed that Abyss Rising sealed pack events.
前回とか前々回のチャンピオンですらね、次予選勝つことができないぐらいね。そうなんですよね。このデュエルね、遊戯王っていうのは難しいと伺っておりますから。いやなんかイチローでもね。 打率3割やからお前すごいよっていう話をしてたんですけどみんなすごいですね10勝とか普通にするんですよねそうですよそういう選ばれた人間だけがこの頂にね来れるといういやーだから素晴らしい今このお二人もすごいわけでしょそうですよ、ね、この国境を越えてね戦うわけですよねはい素晴らしいじゃないですか本当にねまあ先ほどもありましたけど我々の知らないね、知識の問題でしょうけどもねそういう戦い方もありますからカード5枚揃えるとそうです懐かしいですね勝てるみたいな、やっぱ世界各国の方とやるとすごく個性出ますねなるほどお国柄と言いましょうか戦い方というかそうですね日本ではこのデッキが結構スタンダードなのにと思って戦うとデュエルしたらあこれですかみたいなのは結構ありますよまさにこのまあね簡単な表現しますとじゃんけんじゃないですけど、やはりこうね得て増えて相性っていうのも当然ありますから、ね、ありますよ。そんな中でねしっかりと、ね、構築されたできていかに自分の考えた戦い方で戦えるかと。
The final of the Dragon Duels will start in a few minutes now. Before they get going, let me quickly tell you a little bit about what the players, both of the Dragon Duel as well of the expert class, experienced in Tokyo before the last 2 days. Most of them, or all the players, arrived on Thursday in Tokyo. Friday, we took them on a tour around Akihabara and other parts of Tokyo. Akihabara is the prime, basically geek capital of Tokyo, where you have all the Yu-Gi-Oh shops and video game shops and stuff like that. And I think the players really enjoyed seeing how the TCG culture works in Japan, and many of them actually stocked up on their collection and on accessories, as far as I know.
Also, they visited the Asakusa and Tokyo Tower and had a tempura lunch. And I heard they really enjoyed that.
Yeah. In the evening, we then had the welcome dinner, where we started off with doing some of the preparation for the event, like collecting deck lists and stuff like that. But it was mostly just a gathering of the players and the judges, getting to know each other, having fun, having good food, good drink, and just enjoying themselves before they then started the competition in earnest on Saturday morning.
これ畑野さん今は何の時間なんですかねこれは。今はトークの時間ですね。トークタイム。トークタイムです。It's a talk time. 宣伝活動も兼ねて。
Also, since we still have a few minutes left, I want to remind everybody in Europe who might be watching and listening this that in just a few weeks we have our next big event coming up in Sheffield. YCS Sheffield will be the first Yu-Gi-Oh! Championship Series tournament played in the sealed pack format with the battle pack, and to celebrate that we will give out an exclusive game mat to every participant. The game mat features great artwork of the card Breaker, the Magical Warrior, a card that is in the battle pack. And as mentioned, this game mat will only be given out to participants at YCS Sheffield. So if you're still on the fence going there, maybe you should take a look at it. It's up on our webpage. It's up on Yugioh-card.com. Take a look at it, and maybe now you will come.
Thank you for your information, Peter.
You should come as well, Shin.
From me?
You should come to Sheffield and play.
Really?
Yeah, you should.
I really love to go if you invite me as a one of the player.
We should see if we can make that happen.
あれはないんでしょ。これお前その男としてどうなんだみたいなことはないんでしょ。
まあ兄弟間では多少ありますよね。お兄ちゃんひどいとか。
So it's a little bit early in the morning for the EU players, right?
ああなるほどなるほど。
In Europe, it's now actually. Oh, now I have to do math again. It's 2:15 here.
Yes, that
So
means
it's 7 in the morning in
7 in the
Germany
morning.
right
この
now.
大会のためにね、全世界から
So if you're watching from Germany,
yeah.
guten Morgen.
そうですね。だから
に来
ちゃんと
られてるわけですよ。
And if you're on the east coast of the United States, thank you for staying up late.
I am very famous comedian.
イエ
イエイ。
めちゃめちゃ嘘ついてないから大丈夫。
大丈夫ですよ。そんな日本の方だけ分かっといてもらったらね、あいつ嘘ついてるわと。
ああなるほど。
でも海外の方は言うわけですよ。すごい面白い奴らがいたぜと。何言ってるか分かんないけどね。よかったであいつらっていうやつ。
ああそれ言われるかもしれない。
言ってくれればいい
ちゃんとやっぱり
です
覚えてもらわんとダメですからね。
そうでございますよ。
アッキーナもそうですからね。
そうです。
自己紹介しといた方がいいんじゃないの？
名前を。
ジャパニーズベリー。
My thoughts exactly.
Yeah, they are introducing themselves
ベリーフェイマスはつけといた方がいいよね。
using a little bit English.
My name is Akina Minami. Very famous Japanese idol.
ああなるほど。ああほらもう前の方前の女性多いね。
分かりまんの。
通じた？
You see?
僕が言うてた時はふわっとしてたのに彼女言うたら分かりまんの。
ーイだいぶ変わってました今リアクションがねだいぶ変わってました
なるほど。ということでね、今もジャッジの確認がしっかり取れて OK が出たと。
ましたかね。
ということでございますね。
はい、
はい。
じゃあ行きましょうか
では
ね。
ですね
I think the judges.
あ、では
I think the judges are getting ready to kick those guys out.
それではこの後はですね、
Yes.
ヘッドジャッジの合図でデュエルをスタートしていただきます。よろしくお願いします
お願いし。ます。
Players are set up and look ready to go. So here's Andrew Bowling announcing the start of this round.
He's the head judge of this event.
2012 Dragon Duel World Championships. You may begin.
ただいまよりジュニアの部決勝戦開始となります。
Okay, the final Dragon Duel match has begun. So Kevin, what is the deck type of the both players? Could you explain the deck type?
Sure, the player from Taiwan is running Dino Rabbit. Should be very familiar to our players. Uses Rescue Rabbit to grab dinosaurs and then use them for an Xyz summon. Minami, meanwhile, is running Insectors, which we've seen a lot here this weekend.
It's actually the first time we see Dino Rabbit on our broadcast here.
Yes.
And the moment he put Rescue Rabbit on the field, there was this noise going through the crowd. So they haven't seen a lot of that either. And that is Macrocosmos down there, right?
Yes, it's Macrocosmos. Quickly Xyz summons Lagier and with Macrocosmos and other 3 set cards.
We see the same thing we saw earlier today with Dragon Duelists. They're amazingly fast.
Judge pointing out that Pot of Duality actually is banished instead of going to the graveyard because of Macrocosmos. Macrocosmos, a card that can really cause Insectors a lot of trouble.
Because Insector players needs their Indictors in the graveyard, right?
That's right.
And Liou is playing it main deck, so he was pretty much expecting a lot of Insectors.
That's right.
Oh.
Heavy Storm Starlight Road in response to Heavy Storm gets Stardust Dragon. Bad news for Minami.
Yes.
That is an amazing start for the Taiwanese player.
So with Stardust Dragon and Lagier, it's really kind of hard to break down, right?
That's right.
And with Macrocosmos as well.
And especially since he can't recycle a lot of his Inzector tricks. Summons a Hornet.
And Liu doesn't even let him do that.
Nope, he negated it.
And there comes Thunder King.
Thunder King.
Oh. And attacked with the Lagier first.
Big swing.
Oh, wow. Quickly looking at Liao's opponents of yesterday, he actually played only against one Insector deck, and that he beat. So
Looks like Minami just scooped.
Very fast.
yeah. So now you got 15 minutes of Japanese comedy and 3 minutes of severe Dino Rabbit thrashing.
Yep. Taking a look at Minami's side deck here.
Do you find some cards against the Lagier deck? I mean, Rescue Rabbit deck.
Against the Dino Rabbit deck,
Dino
Dino
Rabbit.
Rabbit is difficult to beat.
Mhm.
That's why it's been a major deck
Yes.
in the US and Europe. Yep. Looking at Minami's here, he's got a lot of removal in his side deck.
He's one of the few people I've seen running both Snowman Eater and Raikou in his side deck.
Yep, he's got a lot of monster removal. He's also side decking a couple copies of Royal Decree, which he might bring in to use against Macrocosmos.
Minami has won all 4 of his matches on Saturday. He has beat Insectors, Tech Genius, Final Countdown, and Heretic. So he had a really good day yesterday, but he hasn't played against Rescue Rabbit yet, it seems.
So Duel 2 have begun.
I think they're still
not
shuffling.
Yet. Not yet, sorry.
One interesting card that's very useful against Rescue Rabbit is Chain Disappearance. Looks like Minami does have 1 Chain Disappearance in his side deck. Might be wishing he packed 3 after this.
I'm pretty sure he would love that right now.
But Liu has also a Chain Disappearance, right?
Yep.
I think they're going for a new record in speed shuffling there. Is the Guinness Book online? Are they here? Are they watching this? No? Okay.
If there's a Guinness record for speed shuffling, everybody's going to try and beat that record. And then we'll never be able to tell what's going on at our tournaments.
Very true. Forget that thought. So Minami will go first. Let's see. He's able to pull off a better start than the first duel.
Minami set 1 monster. Set 2 cards. And it's Liu's turn.
Miss T takes out the Torrential. There is Prohibition. Now it would be interesting to know what he's named. Hopefully someone will come over and tell us what card name he has declared. Whatever card name he has declared can't be played for the rest of the duel. And setting 4 face downs.
I think he didn't have any monsters in his hand.
Nope, we'll have to see what he can do with his spell and trap lineup. Minami has flipped Royal Decree.
And
Which will stop Macrocosmos and takes an MST
he
using Pot of Duality.
probably will use to get rid of Prohibition, right?
Depends on what Liou called, but that's very likely.
We don't know what the card name is called from here.
So that's another monster, 2 more face downs.
We just got the information that Prohibition was set on Dragonfly.
Inzektor Dragonfly, okay. Kaiku attacking into Raikou.
Oh,
Aha! And Forbidden Chalice negating the effect of Raikou to keep Kaiku around.
alive.
very fast move.
It's now Minami's turn. MST on one of the face downs.
So he's not worried
Dimensional
about Prohibition.
prison.
Yeah, it was a dimensional prison. Raikou, second Raikou, destroyed Kaiku.
What's he doing there?
3 cards go into the graveyard for Raikou.
Oh, yeah.
Here comes an Inzektor Centipede, grabbing something from the graveyard.
Hornet.
Hornet. And he's attacking. He's attacking with a pumped up Centipede and Raikou. Interesting that he has not gone after the Prohibition. He's probably figuring he can do this without Dragonfly.
And he hasn't popped Hornet yet.
Nope. Probably thinking about it. There it goes. And he took out the face down, which was torrential. Searching for Centipede, grabbing...
Gigamantis.
The reason Liao didn't use Torrential was because Royal Decree was face up,
And I
right?
keep a Gigamantis.
Yep. Gigamantis on Centipede.
So by Hornet.
Popped another face down, which is Fiendish Chain, looks like. Centipede searches for Dragonfly. I think he changed his mind and got another Centipede instead. Straightening up the field a little bit. And it looks like he's going to equip Hornet, blow up Gigamantis. Gigamantis gets back Hornet. Xyz Summon. No, not an Xyz Summon.
I think Liao just scooped.
I think you're right. And on we go to Duel 3.
Seems that Liao is not... No, both players are not going back into their side decks. They're directly starting to shuffle.
So next there should be the final duel for
That's right. Final
each
duel of the
players.
Dragon Duel Championship.
At the speed they're going, honey, I'm home for dinner.
And here goes Duel 3. And there's Rescue Rabbit.
Rescue Rabbit.
This could be over very quickly.
Gabazuls. I smell Lagia incoming.
Just like the first duel, right?
That's right.
And Exceed Summon.
There's
Lagia again.
Of course, it was that Starlight Road that really came through for the others. Macrocosmos again. This is looking familiar.
This is exactly the start he had in the first duel.
It seems that Liou's first hand is really good.
Yep.
Minagawa just passed back to him without making a play. Oh, sorry, I mispronounced his name, Minami.
I was about to say there were 3 key cards that came through for Liou in the first duel. One was Lagia, thanks to Rescue Rabbit, and the other was Macrocosmos, and the third was Starlight Road. Now we've seen 2 of those 3 in this duel.
And he still has 3 face-down back row cards.
That's right.
Kevin, does Minami have anything like Scarecrow in his deck?
Let's take a look here real quick. Not seeing any Scarecrows in his side deck or main deck. Nope.
It just set face down. Liou has attacked. Attacks with his normal monster.
With 1900.
And that was the match.
Game over.
So Liou Yugioh is champion for the Dragon Duel this year.
Yep. So the first ever Dragon Duel champion was from Taiwan, thanks to Rescue Rabbit lockdown in Duel 1 and 3.
The winner of the 2012 World Championships for Dragon Duel, Yugioh from Taiwan.
台湾代表リ・ユンホンさんの勝利です。
And also for our second place finisher, Toya Minami from Japan.
準優勝は日本代表南さんです。
さあということで今アナウンスがございましたが。
Well played by both players. Minami can be very proud of his achievement as well, and it's very understandable that he's a bit upset now, coming so far and then losing in the final without really having a chance in 2 of the 3 duels.
世界チャンピオンは台湾代表リュウ・ユーホさん The World Championship of the Dragon Duel Yugioh representing Taiwan.
Taking a few deep breaths there.
Congratulations.
素晴らしい戦いでしたね。
As a reminder, if you or your children or someone you know is around age 12 or younger, they should get involved in the Dragon Duels, and maybe they can come to next year's Dragon Duel World Championship.
It was a lot of fun watching those guys play today, and I'm really looking forward to Dragon Duels at the WCQ next year as well as the next World Championship.
Thank you for a great World Championship match. Let's have a big applause for the two duelists.
素晴らしいですね。いやー、結果ですけども、
素晴らしいでしたね。
We're now getting ready for the final of the expert class, which will start when exactly, Shin?
Okay, the final duel of the expert class will begin from 3:30.
なるほど。要するに3戦目で勝つために2戦目を捨てたみたいな。
まあ先行取りに行きましたもんね。
So we will have about an hour break in the action. Keep tuned into the channel, and we will bring to you the final of the expert class in roughly 1 hour.
Remind us who's playing in that?
We will have Stefano Memoli from Italy against Saito from Japan.
どうもありがとうございました。素晴らしかったです。ありがとうございました。
どうもありがとうございました。